Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the North American server, so we gotta kick the monitor. There we go. Yo, Jimmy said he had something for us. I really thought it was the tier 3 sub too. Like, oh, nice.
Yeah,
I was happy with that. That was cool.
I was thinking he's gonna go ham and drop maybe 50,000.
No, dude.
I was thinking he's gonna go super ham. I didn't expect it to be like that much. That's just. It should be called Jibby25TV. That's what this channel should be called.
Jibby25TV. All right, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's the final match of the day. It's a rematch of the first match. It was a very one-sided series. We'll see if history repeats itself here for the TING Open. In the lower right side, playing for Root Gaming, we've got the red Protoss, herO.
And in the top left, the Polish Zerg. This is Elazer.
All right, Elazer is pretty good at this game, but I feel like the meme builds, combination lag, combination BlizzCon hesitance, maybe all that changes with the pressure of this being the final of the group. Maybe we see him still do the same thing. I don't know. It's going to be... This series, for me, in my point of view, is on herO, not on herO. Because I think even in a perfect situation, herO is still pretty freaking good at this matchup, even though he did lose to herO, or excuse me, to Solar. He's got a good handle on things.
Yeah, I mean, Elazer's first series against herO is pretty lackluster there. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to do those aggressive, cheesy builds and look like you're a good player when you lose them. You know what I mean? We know for a fact that Elazer's incredible at this game, and he did go for pool and gas first, by the way, and then expanded, but in a weird location. He went straight to the third location instead of going for the natural, and I don't believe there was a pro block. Oh, the base though.
As if things aren't already... we're not already spoiled fucking brats today. Montyune, my dude, it's been about a minute. $20 to say it appears I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, good luck, man. I wish you the best of luck. By the way, Jibby has also been a very generous person on other channels, so has Montyune. Like, I want to be clear, guys, whether it's $100, $1,000, whatever the fuck it is, I love these people... like Montyune, like Jibby, because you see them spreading their love across to many people who deserve it. So while we got really fortunate, impressing him enough to do this, there are many, many Twitch heroes, and a lot of them watch our channel. We're lucky. We're lucky to have you guys. Seriously.
Absolutely. Channels like community casting channels like this don't exist without a community. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And again, we got, what, 3.5k people, no front page action. Feels pretty good for a good morning of StarCraft. Of course, you know what, we got this group finished. That's a nice snipe. But you know what's else really nice, Maynard, other than supply block? What I was going to slightly segue into and remind you guys that while this is happening here and now, we do have a North American group coming up later tonight. Zombie Grub's going to be there for that. It's going to be a lot of good players. Neeb, Scarlet, Masa, and Jon Snow. Corpse is going flying. Jesus.
Yeah, wow.
So, yeah, this morning's been great. We've had good games, obviously hype in the chat, but we got even more for the diehard StarCraft fans coming up later tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific.
I'm specifically excited, personally for myself. I'm obviously going to be watching that one. I won't be casting that one, but I'm really excited to watch Masa versus Neeb again. That series was amazing last time I saw them play each other.
Well, Lings are not finding much they can do. Solar as well, with the Overlord getting picked off, can't... Or not Solar, excuse me, Elazer. I've got Solar on the brain, right? Elazer can't do any sort of drop tactics, and it doesn't look like he wants to either. Roach about halfway done, and he's probably gonna... I hesitate to say this, but I'm gonna guess an all-in off of this.
Yeah, it's looking like it. There's a lot of gateways here. If can blink on the way as well. Big blink timing attack. Damn.
This is really weird though, to herO. Like, I don't know that you normally see this versus Zerg.
This is new. I mean, Overlords be damned, that thing's not going anywhere. It has pneumatized carapace, but who cares?
Actually, oh my god, the supply block in Elazer right now.
Yeah, this is actually horrible for Elazer. Like, these Stalkers are going to do a lot, and there's a bunch more to warp in now that the gateways are done as well.
Well, he's got that scoop up, pick up micro until blink is done. It's just an extra layer you add onto it. Roach speed Oh man, I don't even know if rush speed is gonna matter. You can't outrun Blink, and the constant Overlord pickoffs here. Like the Laser can't. At some point here, he's gonna be so badly supply blocked, he won't even be able to build units. That's where herO says, "Let me help you. I'll kill some of your units. I'll make room for you to have supplies since I've taken so much of it away from you."
Yeah.
Good guy, herO.
Yeah. He's gonna aggressively Blink soon too because this is herO, and he knows when the game is his. He goes for that YOLO blink, but it's not a YOLO blink. It's because it's calculated. There it is.
Yeah, there's the aggressive blink. You don't... There's not really a lot of advantage to ever doing this unless your stalkers are not in range. So this is the one time it's actually a good tactic to YOLO blink. But yo, this is already too far out of hand, man. This is... Is this PVT circa 2015? Like, this blink stalker build is gross. GG?
GG. Big message from Jibby25, the curator and owner of BaseTradeTV. He says to us, basically like everyone that's casting on this channel lately.
You read it out. You got the accent.
Yeah, sure. To BaseTradeTV, Zombie Grub, Maynard, and everyone that casts, you guys are absolutely amazing people. You all have your own unique way to cast, and I love you all. Rifkin, you deserve more than I can give you. Zombie Grub, it's sad to see you step down and pursue your own brand. I wish you all the best. And of course, Maynard, my fellow Aussie, the most... chat's going too fast.
The most chilled out guy I've ever seen. Here's to many more years of StarCraft. Yo.
Dude, no, wait. My glass is empty. I have to fix it. Just a second.
Okay, we'll raise our glasses to Jibby. Monty Yoon just came in and killed the Bit Boss, by the way. If you can believe it, Jibby's dead. Because Monty just cheered a fuck ton of bits. 25,000. So this is to both Jibby and Monty. You're both top-notch class acts. Thank you guys so much for being who you are. Epic said, Maynard, what is the second game? What's the second map?
It's Catalina.
All right.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Hoi, hoi, hoi. 1 inch at a time. Man, I don't think I could have a bad weekend at this point. Like, I was really sad. Yeah, we go to TwitchCon, we lose a lot of time casting. Like, I was glad I got some good casting before it was over, but you guys, man, this is the best send-off I could possibly have. And for that message, Jibby, I'm not gonna get sentimental on stream, but I want to let you know that meant a lot to me. Like, honestly, that message just about as much as the bits. I'ma say.
Yeah, I mean, money is one thing, but love is forever, dude.
All right, players are ready to go. Let's get into it. Enjoy the K-pop and the memes. Welcome back to Game 2 in this Best of 5 Grand Finals. And just to give you guys a bit of a top off here, again, Jibby is... You can actually look below the stream at the widget to see just how many bits Jibby specifically has cheered today, which is like 90% of them. But we're at 159,000 bits cheered on this stream alone. This is some next level, like... This is some Summit 1G level shit. This is insane, man.
Yeah, let's get some 1Gs in the chat.
Yeah, if you got him. But all right, Montyun, Jibby25, JDJ, you guys, damn it, you were here. You're awesome. Thank you all so very much for that support. But let's see if Elazer can bring this back. In the top right, he's down a game at the moment. It's Q-Lash's Elazer.
In the bottom right here, currently undefeated against this guy. This is Root Gaming's herO.
Elazer,
actually, Elazer, he has beaten herO in I think like in like early stages GSL groups, but only in a map, not in a series. But as it stands, like in this tournament, herO's just been bopping this kid.
I gotta tell you guys right now, let's say Elazer hypothetically goes down 3-0 again. A lot of people are gonna be a little bit sad after the hype he brought in the first Korean group. I, however, will be waiting with bated breath to see how he does at BlizzCon. Because if Elazer ends up losing this and then drops out of the round of 16 at BlizzCon, my heart's gonna break. But if Elazer goes on to make top 8 BlizzCon, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he threw those games. I'm just stoked to see Elazer doing well. That's what I want. You know, there's a little bit of this actually I'm gonna take from Total Biscuit's Twitter, kind of commenting about like the most recent Immortals, LCS, and Overwatch drama. You guys can read into that more details if you want. But he had a statement where he said like, it really, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing here, where he's talking about how like it sucks when esports starts becoming about the money and like not about who's the best, and that's where he loses interest. And I read that statement this morning, and I couldn't agree with that more. I mean, the money is obviously an important driving factor behind a lot of esports, especially as everything gets bigger and bigger. But it never should be about who's not the best. And that's what I love. Like, so again, for Elazer, again, he doesn't have to do well here today. If he does well at BlizzCon, I'm still going to love him for it. I want to see the best players do the best. It doesn't have to be in our tournaments, as long as they're kicking ass and taking names.
And the money at BlizzCon, by the way, the biggest show for StarCraft 2 the whole year is, like, it's more than substantial. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Dude, isn't it like 14 grand just to lose?
Yeah. Like, you make the round of 8, you're good.
Yeah.
But like, seriously, it's not the money. You ask any of those players what means more to them, they aren't even thinking about the dollars. It's about being the champion, the best, the #1.
Yeah, get your name on that trophy.
Yeah, it's forever. You're a BlizzCon champion, that's forever.
Yo, on that note too, there's a lot of people who argue whether Life's name should have been scrubbed off the trophy or not. I'm glad it was, not because I hate Life or anything, but because it just, it keeps the integrity, the importance of being the best. Having your name on that trophy means so much more than money ever will.
Yeah, Savior was taken off as well, I believe.
Anyways.
A little bit of creep spread denied there.
Yeah, the Adept not getting to the mineral lines, though, is already a good thing for Elazer. Certainly taking enough damage from these throughout the day. It's been all PVZs all day, no mirror matchups. 5 PVZs is what you guys got to witness this morning.
Yeah, and as much as people would like, a lot of people will say that ZvP is like the least interesting matchup. These games have been pretty freaking action-packed, man. They've been quite nice here. Elazer just burns down this stasis ward. Doesn't even need to pull a drone.
Good. He's learned, because remember last time it was so bad.
Yeah, he's gonna catch these adepts too. Nice.
Oh, by the way, Ro16 in chat, awesome guy, hosted him the other day. He's asking if I'm gonna be at BlizzCon. So I want to confirm for everybody, because people keep asking, and I don't know why they keep asking. I would never be invited to BlizzCon if I didn't do anything else throughout the year. I'm not gonna be casting BlizzCon, but I will be attending BlizzCon. I'll be having a good time meeting fans, greeting fans. I'm even bringing some stuff to give away to fans while we're there too. I'll show off at the end of the stream today. So yeah, I'll be at TwitchCon and then BlizzCon, both. And I hope if you guys are going to either of those events, you'll hunt me down and say hi.
Good guy, Rick, man. And yeah, guys, same goes for me. If you ever see me at an event, please come say good day. I love meeting new people, especially if they're a StarCraft fan.
Yeah, actually, Maynard was regularly weaving and bobbing out of the audience at Montreal. I was meeting up with him at times to say hi and hang out, but...
Yeah, I wish I did more, to be honest. But anyway. Ooh, nice pullback from Elazer here. Just going to get one drone cullet. No problem.
Yeah, I really got to emphasize for those who missed the first series today, another one actually pretty good at the main.
Wow.
Elazer lost a game, I believe it was on Catalina too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the map actually, but he lost a game to herO's stasis traps. There was like no damage done. It was the most pacifist loss I've ever seen in StarCraft 2.
Yeah, it was just like, you have stasised enough drones that I've basically lost a base's worth of income. GG.
Oracle's just kind of zipping around looking for more opportunities to get in here. This is the problem for Elazer. Like, he's got Hydras now. It's not necessarily about killing the Oracles, but it's just about having the damage to stop the stasis wards from finishing. So, with Hydras now, he's got the DPS high enough, fast enough, and ranged enough to actually do this. But Elazer's worker count is not impressive for 3 bases for what you'd expect to see.
Ooh, nearly getting an Oracle, not quite. They're going to jet away.
Alright, so this is still dangerous, though. If any of the other Oracles were collapsing on this, instead of, being rallied poorly into them, Hydras could have been in danger. But never mind, that's a good pickoff.
I thought this was one of my replays. But no, it's Root Gaming's hero against Elazer here. This, you don't often see Stargate units just being rallied to a bowl of Hydras like that.
Did you think it's a replay because Elazer's supply blocked?
And also getting stasis like a mofo here in top laner. That one's not too bad.
He's doing his best to manage it, but the problem is this is still like a good 30-something seconds where you're just not mining. So that's still income spikes here on players who are already on low worker counts. Elazer on 43 workers. He's gone for the all-in with the Hydras. I can't say this is going to work. It's Oracles and Adepts. Everything here is meant to do bonus damage to Hydras.
Yeah, this is an anti-Hydra army at the moment. Like, bar the fact that he doesn't have Storm, it's still very, very effective against it, especially these small numbers. Elazer's bringing the Queens in for this little parade. Let's see how well it goes, though. One more overcharge is left, and that's it for overcharges.
Hmm.
Elazer may be able to crack this nut here.
So far, removing the mothership core is a really good start. No more overcharges, no extra damage, and no time warps either. Time warps can be just as deadly as force fields when paired up with these oracles too, but he's trying to stay back. The stasis should never go through. All right, good pullback there. It's a shame Elazer doesn't have an overlord. You notice he's having a hard time getting to the top of the ramp. It's because he doesn't have high ground vision, so he can't really commit to this. Now that he's finally breaking through, he can hold that vision.
Well, there goes the wall in the ramp. The queen's transfusing down as well. There, we got one more transfuse left in that last queen, and now it's time to fight. The mothership core goes down. The Hydra is targeting down the oracles. They may be able to mince through the Hydras just enough here with the oracles.
God. This was like, this literally came down to almost 1v1 for units. One Hydra versus one Oracle, and it's almost out of juice. So falling back, he's got to deal with the Lings. He turns his attention now over to the third, realizing still no mothership core. There might be an opportunity to break through this base. Either way, this is still pretty tight. Elazer's got a better army supply by a lot. But the thing is, Hydras are so fragile. These Adepts, these Oracles, they might just shred through them. No, she's turned her guns off. Waiting for a friend to come in. There we go. Activates the pulsar beam. I just go down
with
pretty
the Adepts
quick.
helping out, he's going to mince through them. Even some Zealots coming in from the third base.
Yeah, Heroes plus one weapons is helping a ton.
Close. So close, but so far at the same time.
Well, we got a really intense fight going on in game. I apparently got one going in chat too. Maynard even throwing his hat into the ring. Freedom of speech, boys, not freedom of ignorance.
Yeah, you're free to be wrong anytime you want.
All right, the Queen's being brought to the front lines. This was so all in out of Elazer. I think the thing is, this was so scary. This got so close to actually breaking herO. Again, literally coming down to one unit versus one unit for a small period of time. Unfortunately, though, it looks like herO has fully broken this back. He did take some damage from Zerglings here at the third, but Elazer has no upgrades and no prospect of further units. He's got this awesome creep spread, and he's going to keep going with the all-in. But at some point, like Elazer, he either needs to expand or get plus weapons or just something else.
These Hydras, if they wanted to go at that, it's a massive overextension. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much of an overextension that is. There's so many Adepts here. The Oracles help out as well. Elazer picks off one of them. He can fight these Adepts now. Now that he's on creep, it can help out a little bit here. Also, the Hydras can slingshot back after shaving off a couple. Not quite.
So here's army supply is still faltering. I said Elazer might need more, but truthfully, here's not getting force fields, and his Oracle production keeps finding hiccups in it. I think it's because of his gas. So this is still a little bit harrowing for herO, but again, the +1 weapons on these Adepts is helping a ton versus these Hydras, and especially the Zerglings.
Yeah, obviously the longer this goes, the better it's going to be for herO if he can hold on, but that's the big if here. If he can hold on. There's not that many Oracles left. He's making 2 at a time to replenish the numbers. But that big scary ball of Oracles is gone now.
Stasis trap,
man. This is balancing on a knife's edge, I feel.
Well, so here's where I look at this tipping. It's that charge upgrade. Once that's done, I think the game is over. If herO holds on to that point. Still, though, easier said than done. These Adepts are having a tricky time finding where they want to fight. They're getting choked in on top of ramps.
Yeah, that shade actually is tough for the Adepts. Now the Adepts aren't going to be anywhere near the natural. And they have to shade if they want to get there.
His own SimCity playing against them potentially here, too.
Ooh, the stasis could be huge. The Oracles get mincemeated. Damn, they go down. Not enough Hydra stasis. I think Elazer may have cracked him here.
Yeah, that charge is so close to finishing, but not done. He breaks him, ties it up 1-1. Elazer not going to go down.
That's right. No 3-0 this time. Nuh-uh. Elazer fighting back.
That was a hell of an all-in, too. Like, that is just, like, harrowing how long that took him to actually break it. But again, like, time was against him, so that was so critical that he won where he did, because I don't think he could have at any other point if the game kept going later, especially with charge on the horizon. But folks, we're gonna go to a 2-minute break, and I need to go brag to friends about what Jimmy did. So sit tight. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the third game. Things are tied up 1-1 if you've just tuned in, and it's the finals of the group. All right, folks, we're back. You're watching the Ting Open. We gotta do some sponsor shout-outs here, of course, and this is the final group match of the day. This best of 5 is the conclusion to the round of 16, and things are tied up 1-1. You're watching the Ting Open. TING, a U.S. mobile phone service only available to folks in the United States. Check them out over on bttv.ting.com. Save yourself some money each month and get $25 in credit. Basically, try TING for free on us by going to bttv.ting.com. But spawning here on the top left side of the map on Odyssey, we've got the blue Protoss, Team Roots herO.
In the bottom right here, winning with a nice little Hydra push there. That is Poland's Elazer from Kulash.
There's some beauty to this. I think maybe Elazer may have discovered through that game, or I'm hoping he did, where, okay, you don't want to show your crazy macro builds. You don't want to show your Nighty Swarm timings. Again, BlizzCon, on the horizon. These two are in the same group, yada, yada, yada. But what you can do is still do classic all-ins that, for better or for worse, may or may not work, but don't really, like, you're not showing anything off by all-inning. I think this is the one thing you could do that doesn't give away too much about yourself.
Yeah, just shows that if you're gonna all in, it's possible. The Wallen's gonna go down here for herO. Everything's pretty hunky-dory, stock standard. I think Elazer went hatch first into gas pool, so pretty regular.
This for Elazer though. All in aside for the moment, whatever he's considering doing, I do feel like he's brought out the actual big guns for this. We talked about meme builds, we talked about kind of how bad the first series was, but even the game he lost in this series was way infinitely better, I feel, than the first three, and game 2 obviously netting him a win. He's on an upward swing. I personally would love to see Elazer win. Again, there's the story behind this. I feel like this adds to so much more that even folks who are going to be at BlizzCon could talk about, like how crazy Elazer's run against the Koreans have been.
Yeah, that's right. And there is still, you know, even though there's a lot more money at BlizzCon, once again, it's all about being the champion, not about money. And if they are all about the money, that's what they play these online cups for. And Ting's got a good chunk of change.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, okay, one season of Ting you consider is like $4,000 or $5,000 in prizing. Doesn't actually sound all that crazy, albeit big. It's the fact that this is the 4th season. That's $20,000 plus the behind-the-scenes stuff. Plus they pay the admins. Like Ting doesn't go cheap on this, guys. That's why it runs so smoothly and so well and so nice. So Ting has invested a ton of money in StarCraft 2, and I love it. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit behind-the-scenes stuff. I can't tell you too many details because that wouldn't be cool. But Ting has tried investing with tournaments and events with other esports. I'd like to note there's no Season 2 of Hearthstone or Season 3 of Overwatch, but there's a Season 4 of StarCraft 2. And I say this with the biggest, smuggest smile on my face. Because you guys made this happen.
On other esports is
best game in the universe.
Talking my language, Rifkin. There's 2 links coming down. See no fast to the Nexus or anything like that. It'd be pretty insane to see that at this point in the game. And herO is locking things down tight.
Yeah, but Resonating Glaives, if he goes for a quick +1, well, it's no forge, actually. I take that back. I was going to say, he might get down and dirty with a Robo, try and get those warp-ins going, but never you mind. He's going for a 3rd.
That is a very... yeah, so herO looking to macro things up here, not going for those oracles, nothing like that. He's just getting Resonating Glaives. Can put some pressure on the Adepts later, or, you know, when Resonating Glaives finish. It would be wonderful to hit that timing, and herO often will, because he loves using Adepts. But as it stands, he's got his sights set on the mid game here.
I think you'd have to be a real hipster Protoss player to not use Adepts. Like, yeah, that's what all the cool kids are using. I'm better than that.
I try using Adepts. I'm really bad at it.
I know, it killed me, because I remember early in Legacy when Adepts were even better than they are now, we would get crushed by them. In Archon mode with Zombie Grub, we're just playing solo. And I thought, these must be so easy to use, and I'd use them, and I just couldn't. And I felt so ashamed. I'm like, how? This is such an easy mode unit, and I can't use it properly.
Yeah, I mean, it's about knowing when to shade forward and when to shade back and when to shade before you attack. Like, there's...
Well, actually, Bly pointed this out to me very early on, but there's a very distinct difference in people target firing with Adepts too early on. A lot of them wouldn't, funny enough. They just leave the auto attack, thinking it did enough damage, or they'd shoot the Zerglings over the drones. And you guys will notice, we've seen this a lot today, nowadays, where the meta lies, you just take the losses, you kill as many drones as you can on the way out. He's dancing with the Lings now because he's got a lot more Adepts, but... drones are getting pulled into this to try and capture them, but they're going to transfer through over to the natural. Nope, he cancels it. Oh, he stays in the main. Jukes out that preemptive Ling run by.
He is going to lose all these adepts though, and only 4 drones. Lots of lings though.
What's so scary about this, if Hero had an immediate follow-up, he would have shredded that drone line. If there's another warp incoming or something, he's still going to do what we talked about before. You ignore the Hydras, you just go for the drone kills, and he gets 11 for this. That target fire. Yeah.
There it is. Like, he started off with 4 drones and then just got an extra 7 casually in the natural there just because 3 or 4 depths shaded and the lings weren't ready. They weren't waiting for him.
Well, with this many Hydralisks out, it's looking pretty good for Elazer. Hero, all things considered for the damage he did, that was trading away a lot of his army. Like, it looks broke. We watch, we cry about the balance. We're like, oh, it killed the drone so easy. But then you got to consider for Hero, what does he have to defend with? And honestly, the answer right now is not much. So if Elazer goes, what he's going to find is maybe a handful of adepts, but he's only got 4 gateways, 1 robo. There's not enough production right now for Hero, much less money. So for Elazer to push right now would just be the perfect timing.
There's no storm, or very few storms when he gets there.
He's walking Queens.
Yep, Queen's coming as well. They started marching a little while ago, and we got no Immortals.
Ooh.
No +1, no charge or anything like that. So this is actually going to... Immortals on the way now, but it's going to be late to the party.
Yo, it's all in numero dos. And even if there are storms, there's not many of them is the thing, right? 4 Templar, I think only 2 of which have actual energy for storms right now.
Yeah, only 2 so far.
Getting on top of this perfect time. He focuses down one of the Templar. Storm's not done.
So low.
Okay,
oh, man,
storm finish up.
I would dive lings on those right now. Like, I would want them so bad.
I know. Can you imagine one Baneling hitting the core of that army? Of course, there's going to be some transfuses here to help a little bit too, but feedback's on the Queens.
Yeah,
okay, I really like that. But all the storms are gone. He's trying to make them into Archons now. Maybe these can save the day. Overcharges are plenty available. Cannons and that overcharge shooting on the left side. Elazer bleeding out a lot of units. That +1 from the Adepts is really starting to show through. GG. Hero holds, defends, and stops the all-in.
Attaboy, Hero. Well played. Well played. So he takes himself a match point here. Means that Hero is 1 map away from joining Solar as the guys that get out of this one.
What is our next map, Sir Maynard?
It is Interloper. Haven't seen Interloper yet, I don't think.
I just got the greatest response to that tweet I put out for Jippy, by the way. What's this in old money? I like that it wasn't referred to as real money, but old money. Twitch is the new currency, baby.
Yeah. It's like one of those new, what do you call it, like cryptocurrencies? Yeah,
pretty much. Bits, Bitcoin. I mean, they're basically the same. No, I actually, man, I'm so excited for TwitchCon this weekend. I think one of the cool things was, like, last year they introduced a lot of stuff, but they did it, like, while a lot of the streamers were at TwitchCon, so a lot of people missed out on it. I'm really excited because they said they're specifically not doing that this year, so I don't know what they're introducing, whether it's bits, because remember, guys, last year they brought in, like, bits and prime subs, and, like, all this stuff is still pretty new, considering. So I'm really excited to see what features they have for TwitchCon, the big reveals. I mean, it's PAX is where they unveiled, like, the 50% off sub thing. That was pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Also,
if they want to do that again, I'm cool with it, just quietly.
Yeah, right? Okay, they're ready. All right, Interloper, guys, we'll see you in here for game number 4. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's game number 4. Rifkin and Maynard coming at you with what is possibly the last game today. Spawning here in the upper left. He's winning 2-1. I haven't gotten to say this yet, so I'm going to say it now. Root for Root! It's Root's Hero.
And in the bottom right, lash on out, Q-lash style for Elazer. Going for that early pull once again. 2
things. First off, that might just be the weakest Maynard intro I've ever heard in my life. Secondly, I know, it's been a long group, man, but totally worth it. The other part of it is for Hero and Root, Katz was a genius coming up with the Root for Root, like, slogan or catchphrase, whatever you want to call it, the cheer, the chant. I'm really legit sad no other team, like, ever came out with their own version of that.
Well, see, the thing is, it works really, really well in Australia and UK and New Zealand, though. Root means to have sex. So
oh, does it?
When people say root for root, it's really funny to us.
So how's it? You're like, I want to root you, or how does that work?
Yes, that means I want to fuck you.
What?
Yes.
Like, Oh, I want to be like a tree root. I want to slowly grow inside you over years and penetrate all your crevasses.
Don't think about it too hard, but that's what I'm trying to... Like, I'm just telling you the way...
I'm sorry, that's stupid. That's just stupid. I can't get behind that.
There's a lot of stupid things about Australia. Oh, I mean, you know, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand.
Like, look, I get behind drop bears, saying banana in such a weird way. I can get behind many things Australia has to offer. Not this. This is stupid.
Not like this.
This is the day Rifkin's passion for Australia died.
You're yeah. Your favorite team slogan has now been tainted. Sorry.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. Way to go. All right, well, this is a little bit of an odd moment. Elazer's really hoping to get in there with the Lings, but he found the door closed. And he goes back home. Luckily, he wasn't investing in a bunch of Lings despite this pool. And I guess this kind of goes back to one of the first details we talked about today. If you put down an early enough pool, it can still be a macro game, apparently. And that's kind of what this is turning into. Hero's full wall completion, the extra pylon he had to invest into, the Zealot, the Adept, you name it. Like, he doesn't actually have that super fast economy. The downside, though, is when we saw this last time, it countered and won with a Zealot and an Adept. So, I'm kind of like a little bit worried for Elazer.
Yeah, a little worried. I mean, I'm always worried when I see that he's queued, like that hero is in the lobby with him. And then when you get this far in the game, things are starting to shape up reasonably well.
Speaking of lobby banter, I totally forgot that Elazer told Stats he was going to make him feel unconfident for his BlizzCon group. And he kicked him out of the group. So Elazer made good on his word, man.
How about them apples? It's so good to be able to smack talk and back it up as well.
Looks like Janie Jane's got your back on the root comments.
Yeah, she's Australian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Well, hello, Janie Jane.
Fucking Rifkin, man.
Alright,
that's a follow right there.
You can't quite get that surround. There's no speed yet. It's like 2 seconds from finishing. So this is the difference of like 4 or 5 Lings having bled out if he had just waited for speed. Yeah, but Sport Crawlers... Wait, did he see... Oh, okay, yeah, the Overlord's sitting right on top of it, so he knows about the Stargate. There's not even a question about this. So yeah, Sport Crawler's coming down and doesn't want to take too much damage from the Oracles. Are you done? How do you have any bits left? Like, we joked about this before when you did like 10,000 bits, okay?
Yeah.
How do you have it?
Jibby, your watch has ended. It's okay.
Yeah, Jibby, do you remember when I had to time Jibby out to make him go to bed the other day? Dude, Jibby, if you cheer any more bits in this stream today, I'm going to time you out because I love you and I don't want you to throw all of your life savings away on us, dude. I love you.
Yeah,
I love you. Stop it.
Shit, dude. If you want to throw your money around, Twitch TV/Maynard is really a channel that's built for you.
Hey. In all seriousness, thank you for the bits. He says the best part of Aussie history is that we had a war against emus and lost.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep. Like the bird, or is this like slang for another type of people, or what?
No, the bird. The bird.
How do you... You lost?
Well, I mean, if they're... Put it this way, Rifkin. Let me put it in terms you'll understand. If there's...
Did they root you?
Say humans are zealots and emus are zerglings, alright? If there's 50 zerglings and there's 4 zealots, who wins?
Not the emus, they're fucking birds.
It's 50 of them per 4 person. There's so many emus.
Was this in like before technology existed? Are we referring to some war that happened in the caveman days?
It was when guns were a lot slower to load.
Okay, this is amazing. I need to Google this. This is like Norway's butter shortage or whatever Snoot was telling me about one time. The Great Butter Crisis of 2013 or something like that.
Wow, I didn't even know about that. That's crazy.
World history, man. All right, so these are still causing a lot of problems. Oh, it's so important you get the Lings out of there. But these stasis traps are being really obnoxious. They're screwing with, again, the larva, the eggs, the timing for unit production. And
but he's been losing an Oracle the last couple times he's tried it.
Yeah,
so his Oracle count isn't as scary as it should be.
I just can you guys not talk about the emu war in chat? This is gonna hella distract me. I can't. This is this was a good piece of history from Jibby and a good way to ruin me for the stream.
Yeah. We got rooted by those emus, Rifkin.
I grew up near an actual emu farm. I know how scary they look, and how, like I just can't.
Canadian emus are probably polite and shit. They probably say sorry.
I'm imagining like there's a hilltop in Australia and they're like charging over like the horde of them, like the riders of Rohan and Lord of the Rings.
And the leader emu had like human blood painted on his face and screamed freedom, and it was really weird.
Okay, guys, we had a spire come down out of Elazer. I like to see, I like to see this. The corruptors are going to manage the oracles so much better because they can't be killed, unlike the hydras, which just get melted and shredded. However, the corruptors don't have the speed to keep up with the oracles, so it's kind of hard to make them fight you. Yeah,
they're just gonna duck and weave, man. They're gonna send out their oracle tags or drop a stasis ward and just GTFO. This corruptor's gonna have a hard time chasing them down. Could be a catchery cancel here. That's a lot of oracles. Zap, 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 laser beams.
Sporecaller buys a little bit of time, but the queen's like, even they're probably like, I don't want to get involved with this, man. Like, stop. Yeah.
Gives the corruptors time to pick off, looks like one oracle at least.
Yeah, I like that he wrapped around that too. He was ready to intercept them on their retreat path. But with the corruptors already been revealed, void rays are being made, so there's a counter and a measure to deal with this. herO took a really weird fourth base though I wanted to comment on. This is not where you would really see a fourth base taken by your Protoss. Normally you're going up here and around.
Oh, he's peeing on the natural. And there's two void rays. There we go. Get out of here.
This is like a come at me bro thing, but it's weird because you normally do this to bait Phoenix. Oracles can't shoot up, so I don't know what he's expecting to accomplish with that. Other than catch here with complacency.
Spore Crawler's complementing these hydras here, and these oracles are actually probably going to go down.
Actually, this is a big deal. For herO, this is what he's been investing in this game. And yes, there's still Void Rays and a decent army behind it, but this is starting to kill his potential stasis traps. This kills the scouting. I mean, these oracles still have a lot of jobs they have to do outside of killing drones.
Yeah, the oracles are his map control. They're his vision of the units. They're his harassment. They are what stop the Zerg from growing out of control. Because he can't really send a huge wave of gateway units in. He doesn't have that many to spare.
Okay, I gotta ask. I can't stop thinking about this. Did you guys just not have swords or something, like, for the emus?
Oh, we did. We did. I mean, Protoss still have side blades, but they'll die to 50 seconds.
I just feel like if the gun's taking so long to load, just like get a broadsword, man. Like, the bird's not gonna... It's not gonna parry you.
Okay, you'll have time to kill one, but the other 50 will kill you.
Don't go in alone. This isn't a zombie movie.
It's just numbers, man.
Alright, the stasis trap unleashes the Zerglings. He'll actually get them out of there thanks to their speediness. Downside is though, while Elazer's got a fantastic looking army supply, taking a fight's not that easy. The force fields will completely destroy half of his army if done correctly, and of course the Void Rays can shred the Corruptors. So yes, Elazer's got a nice supply lead, but it's not enough to just automatically win.
If he has these Banelings, doesn't have Baneling speed though. I mean, if he did, and he waited for herO to be on creep with a bit of a concave, I can see him winning this fight. But one of the things about Interloper that makes it tough for Zerg is that there's so many choke points.
You said +3 weapon upgrades.
Yeah, and Carapace.
Alright, Corruptors are pushed off of this initially, and those force fields did exactly what you would expect. It zones out a majority of the Zerg army. There's no speed on these Banelings, and what they have to connect with isn't even that great. Maybe they hit a sentry, but for the most part, there's so many Stalkers.
Ooh. Well, I mean, Hydras may actually just win this fight.
Well, if he breaks through the south, there's a blink away escape path, but a laser supply now, doubling in the army supply. This is starting to look a little bit better for Elazer.
Yeah, and Lings actually help out quite a bit against Stalkers as well. Just pure Hydra, not too bad, but Lings and Hydras, get the hell out of here, Stalkers. It's not a fight they want to take. High Templars and Storm just getting produced now. And we've already seen this huge army supply of Elazer, and primarily of it being Hydras. I mean, to say that this Storm is late is underselling it. Yeah,
there's no easy way to deal with this, frankly, and I think the worst part too on top of it, speed's now done for the Banelings as well, so they've got that little bit of extra health. So even if Storm does finish up, they can actually survive the Storm a lot easier. Caustic Spray could force some of the fight to come his way too. He doesn't actually have anything left to worry about for the anti-air, so he could just sit above the Nexus and force it down.
He tried to get those High Templar with the Banelings, didn't quite make it there. Mothership Core gets taken down. Stalkers and 3 Archons are the only army here for herO. I think Elazer's done it here.
Yeah, he's still up 40-something supply, but the upgrades for herO are pretty good on 2-2. Stalkers will do what they can, but this base is dead. There's just no way to save this at this point. GG. Oh my god, we're going to the ace match. I thought this would be another shit show, but Elazer, if Elazer can do this, man, I don't even.
I'm so excited, dude. Just bring me that game 5. Give it to me.
I think is it Mech Depot's the last one?
Yeah, it'd have to be. Hang on.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to a quick commercial.
5th map.
I'm pretty sure it's Mech Depot. I'll get this sorted in a sec. We're gonna go to our very last commercial break here. Do sit around, because remember, the winner of this goes to the round of 8. The loser's out of the tournament. Also, Jibby, if you're still listening, I want to let you know, my jokes aside, I will never time you out, man. Never, ever.
I will, though.
You can't. You're a mod. He's a mod. I gave him the protection status, man. You have no power here. All right. Yeah. Commercial break, guys. 2 minutes. We'll see you soon. Maynard, I know you're feeling tired, but I need you to give me the hypest intros for the fact that this is game number 5.
You fucking got it, my friend. The top right here, from Root Gaming, this is herO! And at the bottom left, hailing from Poland, this is Elazer! It's the best.
Nice. 10 out of 10.
Without ruining the housemates. Sorry.
Jimmy, of course, during the commercial break, throwing 1,000 more bits our way, saying, so, if you're never gonna time me out, ... I feel like Jimmy's that guy who's like, cause of death in the obituary is like he literally poked the bear one too many times. Like, just kept getting away with it the one time he didn't, you know? But thank you, Jimmy. As well as Zevison. Hey, coming with a 7-month. We've been so much hyped up on this bit train, I kind of forgot subs were a thing. Thank you, Zevison, for that 7-month resub.
And FireMedic99 for a Twitch Prime sub.
Actually, yo, this is kind of cool. We are 96 sub points away from another emote on the channel. I thought it would be forever, because for those who don't know, the jump from the emote that we had to the new emote slot was 400. You'd have to get 400 new subs to make that happen. I don't think we're going to push it today. Don't get me wrong, I'm not baiting. It's just a cool update, because we have never been this close to getting another sub emote unlocked. Jimmy says, to be honest, I'm so close to the next bit badge already. What? Don't do it today, man. Save that hype. Save that hype.
But good name here. Good name here. We accept you into the fold. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub as well.
Prime
Early games ZvP is the perfect time for a sub train. Just saying.
Yeah, we had a nice little mini train earlier from Berlin to Sweden. You know, not that long, but still nice.
Yeah. I want to see a train from South Australia to the Northern Territory. All the Australians want to know what I'm talking about. That is a long fucking train ride. That's the kind of sub train I want to see.
What about a Japanese bullet train, though?
It's too fast. You need a clunking old train like the Australian one. Size matters.
I want the train from Wild Wild West.
Thank you. Oh, the Wild Wild West train. You mean that Will Smith movie?
Yeah, the best movie ever made, of course.
Yeah, sure. And Dianacity, they had 11-month resub, only 1 month away from that tooth.
Yeah, so we still have tons of those guys. Zombie and myself both have like bags of 500. There's still plenty of those medallions and coins left to go around for the 1-year subscribers to the channel. Also, as you mentioned, size matters. Thank you for the new sub.
Link's cutting here from Elazer. Being careful, being vigilant, looking for proxies.
Thank you, because I had no way to segue out of that one.
I got you, baby.
This is actually kind of important that Elazer is doing this. Even though herO hasn't shown like any proxy play or really rarely like this kind of cheese, he is someone who does it a lot. So Elazer's on guard, and Mech Depot is like the perfect map to, you know, oh, this is game 5. I haven't done anything too stupid yet. Let's change it up. But of course, we know that's not the case. Overlord now going to be scouting the main. This goes back to me really liking Elazer. We've talked about this a lot today, but I really want to emphasize this with this Overlord scout here. Elazer has consistently versus Terrans, and now, of course, showing versus herO. He does like this one really fast Overlord scout, and it gets everything he needs to see. And even if it dies, it won't be that bad, because he doesn't leave a bunch of them littered across the map. There's not a lot to be picked off.
Well, even if you have slow Overlords, generally at some point in the game, like around now, you will actually tank one, like you'll sacrifice one to scout anyway. So it's going to die, but if it has speed, it's going to die getting every single bit of information except for maybe a structure here and there.
Yo, also, don't hate me for Wild Wild West, guys. I love that movie. I know nobody else did, but I love that movie.
Wiki Wild Wild West.
Wiki Jim West. Jim West. Okay, thank you very much to Matilame, as well as Failure. It's like a French way of saying failure. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subs. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's a tier 1 and a Twitch Primer, but yeah, they're all
the Zealot run by is going to be paired up with the Zealot attack. These, of course, do not have charge, guys. No tech behind it, but the +1 will let them two-shot the Zerglings and, of course, massacre the Queens. With Hydralisk so far out, these Zealots are going to be really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, this is a really obnoxious attack here from herO that's going to be very hard for Elazer to stop. He only has Lynx. 3 Hydras on the way now. They're going to be very critical for dealing with this, not only for dealing with the Warp Prism, but also for just DPSing down these Zealots. Elazer just needs to mitigate the damage for a little while here. Nice position for these Queens.
Yeah, I like the way he split this too. His response to get on top of the lower amount of Zealots was way better than chasing the big ones. Even though these ones are threatening the mineral lines, he completely pushed off that Warp Prism.
Yeah.
Third base is saved. Natural's been saved.
He's lost 2 drones, and how many Zealots did he kill?
A lot. More than enough to put him in a good spot this game, that's for certain. The +1 doesn't get any less dangerous, though, so the problem is he still can't really let his guard down versus his Warp Prism. Because, while right now this didn't do a lot, this could still kill a whole mineral line in a few seconds once charge is done. Also, Sir Fatty, oh, I see a brother of mine. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I'm actually, you know, I'm super proud. You know, I went to Walmart yesterday, did a bit of shopping. You know what I did for the first time in a long time, Maynard?
Got naked and jumped around? Shouted that you were from the lizard people or something like that, no?
I bought XL instead of 2x XL.
Congratulations, my friend. That's a good feel, man.
See how long it lasts, though. That's the real question.
I went down a couple pant sizes when I was shopping for Poland at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
That was a good feel. Yeah. Managed to keep it off, too.
Well, Lings and Hydras posturing in the middle of the map are still going to be very much susceptible to charge lots. A couple of these sentries can make this really bad, too. This Zealot will actually see the rocks being broken down, and now I'm still wondering, like, herO, he's got to make a hard choice. He could use the Warp Prism and maybe hope to bring Elazer back home, or he could just warp in at home defensively and try and take a good defensive fight. Either way, it looks like Elazer is ready to intercept this Warp Prism should it come in. There's 2 Queens and a Spore Crawler in a really great spot.
Yeah, the Spore Crawler will cover that spot. There is no way for the Warp Prism to get past it without taking a bunch of Spore shots, and the Queens as well. Obviously, they have tons of range. I love this line of defense from herO, though. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of a crack in the wall down here at the bottom.
Well, actually, what's really good is the way he set up his SimCity doesn't actually choke him to reinforce up and down. Only units coming in and out. So this still works out for him. The pylons, unfortunately, go down without much of a fight. That Mothership Core... Yeah, overcharge comes way too late. Warp Prism did manage to still get in here, by the way. All things considered for the defense, the Warp Prism's almost dead. But these Zealots, they're going to actually draw the army back home. Elazer is coming back to respond to this.
He's leaving some of his units at the 3rd to be able to start killing more of these gateways and do a little bit more damage. He didn't get too much done, though. Too much left over from herO.
I will say this for herO. This time-buying tactic did a lot for him in terms of getting those gateways back up. I didn't put down additional pylons or anything, but the Immortal's even out too. Ooh,
those +2 attack Zealots charging on in, ripping things apart.
Charge is pretty good. 8 damage plus whatever else. But man, this is a big surround of a Elazer from a lot of units, and without that area of effect damage from a Storm or a Disruptor or anything, it's really hard to deal with this. The force fields are a great way to minimize the army and make it less devastating, but this is still like Elazer loses half his army and takes out a lot of the expensive units for herO.
The Immortals are very, very scary with the charge lots leading the front line. Immortals actually do an amazing job against Hydras when they're up in numbers, and we can see that being shown right before our very eyes here. The Hydra army of Elazer gets shredded here by herO. And I mean, he's trying to
tap out GG.
That's just it. There it is. A bit of a lackluster ending, but that's just the way it is. herO managing to play an incredibly good PvZ in the end there. And,
I do like the logic out of Elazer though. There was this really cool degree of like, okay, you know what? If I have to hide builds, I can still all in and I can still fight a hell of a game. Unfortunately though, as we saw, force fields were more than enough to literally cut him down to size.
Yeah, MVP force fields. Also the fact that the Zealots had plus to attack as well as charge. Whew. That's some heavy hitting Protoss shenaniganry right there. Also the Immortals, of course. Like I kept talking about how good the Immortals are. Immortals with +2. Well, those babies hit pretty hard.
We also got to recognize how well Elazer played today, honestly. Like, taking down stats was, for me, already, like, mind-blown. That was cool. Knocking him out of the group. Then he took a hell of a series versus herO. I truly believe if this was all on the same server and this wasn't BlizzCon, Elazer would have had a very different result today. But I gotta say, guys, you better be looking forward to BlizzCon, because if watching herO and Elazer square off here doesn't hype you up, I do want to remind you, they are in the same group when it comes to BlizzCon. And once that, I think it starts in like a week from now, once that actually starts off, there's no more hiding builds. That's what you've been hiding your builds for. You're looking to unleash. So herO and Elazer was like a teaser, a weak version of the awesome match you're going to witness with WCS. And
can't wait, man. It's going to be on at the opening week of BlizzCon once again, just like last year. If you guys watched last year's BlizzCon, it's going to be at Burbank Studios. I think at the ESL Studios in Burbank. They're going to be running opening week there, so it's a live show.
Are they not running at their new place?
I'm not too sure if it's at the Blizzard Arena or not. I'm not too sure, but I just happen to know that it's going to be in Burbank.
Okay, I just assumed they would use their cool, brand new shiny studio.
Mate, that shiny studio is for the bad esport. I'm not sure what the decision was there, but anyway, and then of course after that week, it's off to Hall A for the brand new StarCraft 2 stage. And hopefully, Elazer will be there. I really, really think he can do it.
Yeah,
people will see his games today and go, "Oh, you know, he's bad." Blah blah blah. No.
Okay.
No.
I wanted to dispel this and add clarity. I just confirmed, like, yeah, he knew he couldn't play very seriously today, and he was just doing what he could. So, this is from the mouth of Elazer, guys. And I think that's why we saw a very different series versus stats. Again, like we hypothesized, would this be the thing? And I didn't want to message him during the tournament, during the games to confirm this, because that could mess with his mindset, disrupt him, right? Throw him off. Might take it as an insult and feel bad. But now that everything's said and done, yeah, he's confirmed that, like, yeah, he couldn't play super seriously versus herO. And that's totally understandable. But I want to point out how good those games were for somebody who couldn't play super seriously versus herO.
True. And I actually doubt that herO is hiding stuff for Elazer come BlizzCon. I feel like the Koreans probably have a little bit more of a different mentality. That they're okay with their builds being shown. They're still very confident with being able to beat them anyway.
Right, and that's what it comes down to again. Like, if you are mechanically sound, your micro is good, and your decision making on the fly is amazing.
Which herO
like we
is,
saw.
by the way.
Yeah, I just described herO with all those adjectives. Like, he it really won't matter what build. Like, okay, it's the 3 Nexus. Well, who cares? I defended your all in every time you tried to punish it, right? Like, so again, I'm looking forward to this, guys. BlizzCon opening week is going to be sick. I don't know if this is my last cast before TwitchCon, because again, I think Zombie mentioned she went to solo cast tonight, but I'll catch up with her later and see how she's feeling. But if it is my last cast, I want to say thank you guys for joining me for this past week. This has been literally the craziest week of my life. I've been holding back being sappy from all these messages, but I want to take a moment to do it real quick before you leave. Because, you know, the recent news of Zombie taking like a lesser role on the channel and me being kind of worried I'd have to do so much on my own, then having people like Maynard and Zeph and others come have my back, and then us having amazing days like this, and the whole week has been phenomenal. Like, I feel better than ever when I thought I would be at my lowest, worst, and most depressed. So for everybody who just shows up, and especially the people who support, bottom of my heart, thank you very much. But that is not... That comment, that is such a broad statement. I love what Jimmy did today, but this really applies to everybody. There's no person in particular. It's you guys who are the driving force here on the channel. And we're at 1,222 subscribers to end the stream today. Not fucking bad. I want to quickly show off these cards before we go off, because again, if you're going to be at BlizzCon or TwitchCon, I've got a bunch of these made up for both myself and Zombie Grub. They are these unofficial Kappa cards we made for ourselves, because we're not cool enough to get Kappa cards from Twitch. 47ness is the artist who did this amazing thing on the front. It was a poster. We sold some earlier this year. He gave me permission to put this on the card. Then I took some time to make some back designs for us. So there's a Rifkin card and a Zombie Grub card. Honestly, you know all the information on these. These are just cool things for us to give to the fans and sign for the fans, because we've had so many instances over the last couple of years where people come up to us and they're like, I wish I had something for you to sign, or I wish I had a pen and shit like this. So I can't wait to give as many of these away as possible. So please, if you're at these events, come see us. I, of course, will be... Zombie Grub and I will both be working at the TING booth at TwitchCon. There's no real definitive plans for BlizzCon. Just hang out, have a good time for me. And yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully at one of the 2 events. Janie, appreciate you doing what you do. Thank you for the bits. And Jibby getting excited for the cards. I don't know. I'm done with you. Thank you very much, Jibby. But Maynard, before I go do the last sets of commercials, I know it's super late for you, so let's have you do your shout outs. Any final words for the fans, where they can find you, all that good stuff?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Maynard, where I stream most days. Tomorrow, I'm not sure I'm going to go. I'm going to be real with you guys. Like, I have been sleeping very, very badly for the past couple of weeks, so it's been tough to keep up with my schedule, which usually starts like with a morning cast and then doing another cast like in the afternoon for like another 3 or 4 hours of ladder. I try and do like close to 7 or 8 hours of ladder a day with like a break in the middle of the day, but I just can't do the morning stuff these days because of not only these late casts, but just sleeping badly in general. So to be real, my cast tomorrow may actually be 50-50. I'm not sure if I'll be there or not. I really want to be, because I don't want to obviously like lose subs and lose momentum with my laddering, because I've actually been feeling really good with my progress. In game, I mean, not so channel size. I mean, channel's doing great, but in game, I mean, the progress is fantastic. But it's a mid-level focused stream. Like, I'm not good at the game, but well, you know, not good at the game means whatever it means to whoever. But to me, I feel it's not very good. But yeah, sorry, yeah, go on.
I am very glad your sleep's been disrupted to come on and cast with me, and I just want to quickly express how grateful I am that you've been here the last couple of days and last week too, dude. Thank you for that. Thank you for disrupting your schedule to come here on the channel. I really appreciate that.
If my sleep schedule gets disrupted to the point where I just do this every night to receive this kind of love from a chat full of passion lords, all of a sudden I'm on Canada time, Rifkin. No big drama. Whatever, dude. I'm a full-time StarCraft guy. If this is what I gotta do, then this is what I gotta do, you know?
Well, I just spammed your channel in chat, so make sure you guys go follow that, guys. Please, please, please hit the follow button on Maynard's channel so you don't miss out on the few times he does get to stream.
Thank you. What I am going to do tomorrow is I want to do ladder, and then towards the night, I have a very special Friday night thing, which is going to be like, you know, really, really early morning for Americans, but for Europeans, they're usually up and around for it, so usually a European-centric chat, but I do Dark Souls 3 challenge runs, and it's special to me. Even though that game's not StarCraft 2, I have so much fun playing that game, and I drink every time I die on Friday night. And it gets pretty messy. So if you guys enjoy me being mildly half-cut on 3 or 4 tumblers of whiskey, enjoy the Dark Souls 3 challenge runs, where I am level 1 against fighting all of the bosses in Dark Souls 3. If you want to see that, come on down.
Well, with that being said, guys, make sure you hit the follow button here if you haven't yet. Definitely follow Maynard's channel, as I expressed. I want to show off this shirt again, because I guess I kind of forgot that people didn't know about this, but this was a really sick design we got made a while ago. We may make these t-shirts available for sale again at some point, but this is that super sick base trade shirt. I know we sold at least 200 of these, which was really fucking cool to do, by the way. Jesus. But yo, base trade. Got the emotes, it's got Twitches, it's got memes. And yeah, we'll get some of those going in the near future. Actually, our project we're working on right now, to let you guys know, is we're working on trying to make some jerseys. Like, straight up, like, base trade jerseys. We've had a couple of manufacturers do this, that, and the other. We're still trying to find one that we can work with, but I'm hoping to get jerseys made before t-shirts, because we've done t-shirts to death. I want something really fucking cool, and something that will last like a jersey. So, to be clear, what we're trying to do is find something that's going to be, like, when we bulk order, I want to be able to sell these jerseys at cost. I don't want to make a single cent in profit. I just want to be able to get these jerseys out there, because I think it'd be so cool to have. So that's our current project I'm working on behind the scenes outside of all this other stuff. But anyways, guys, I think we'll just end the stream with a final word from our sponsors. Make sure to check out our other channel sponsors too. Well, this has been promoted by the Ting Open. We have got an underwear sponsor through MeUndies. That's weird. I know it's different. Like, Oh, I can't tell. I'm walking away from underwear. No, guys, trust me. This is the best fucking underwear you ever wear in your life. It's for guys. It's for girls. They got many different styles. Click on that banner. You'll get 20% off your first purchase, and it's free shipping to Canada and the United States. Other than that, Corsair has plenty of awesome gear. I use these Void headsets every day. They're like the best headsets I've ever had in my life. Please consider checking out the equipment from Corsair down below as well. And last but not least, I'd say look at us supporting us through Twitch, but Jibby did for everybody tonight. So what fucking ever. Sub or cheer, I don't give a fuck. Thank you, Jibby. And again, anyone else, the Passion Lords has made a mention in chat. With that, follow me on Twitter at riff_kings. And we'll just send this off to the sponsors. We'll host somebody after all the ads are done. So if you are cool enough to stick around through all the ads, and you are going to stick around for the host, be sure to be kind, be sure to be lovely, and give whoever we host some love. Otherwise, have a great day, guys. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Pacific for the Zombie Grub cast. Neeb, Scarlet, Masa, and Jon Snow. It's going to be sick. See you guys.